Norman Conquest, chapter 3, rebellions, second rebellion. This one happened in Exeter. This one starts to become a little bit more serious. So, as it says here, trouble grows. William's starting to get rumblings that something is happening. And it's not happening in London, it's happening in a place actually that's very far away from London. And that obviously presents a lot of difficulties. So, he's starting to hear that there's problems down in Exeter. Exeter is the city in Devon. As it's a city, it's got city walls, so it's a good kind of like base for any sort of resistance, any sort of rebellion. And the leader, it's an interesting person who leads this rebellion. It means something. So Harold's mother will lead this rebellion. She's had personal loss, as it states there, but she's a good figurehead that people can kind of like get behind. So the people of Exeter support her in their rebellion against William. They're also upset about the fact that they have to pay a lot of tax and they're not happy about that. So they dig themselves in and they're ready to fight. Geitha, however you want to pronounce it, she will also try and get other people involved. Right, so some mention of Jane trying to kind of like stir up this mass rebellion. Don't forget, it is personal for her. But again, William's response, William's methods. So, negotiation. Wants to talk to them. Doesn't just go in hardcore first of all. Doesn't work though. Then he will confront. He will personally lead his army. Again, this shows it's starting to become more serious. He leaves London, makes the trek in winter. That's not going to be a pleasant journey. But he knows he's now got to deal with this. But the people of Exeter think, you know, we're behind our walls. We don't need to do what the king tells us to do. So again, they are holding out. They are literally farting. The city, though, it cannot feed itself forever. William's army refused to move, so the city is now under siege after 18 days. They can't cope any longer. They've got to surrender. But again, yes, we've got a little bit of brutality mentioned there in terms of eye gouging, but he could have slaughtered all of those that rebelled, but he didn't. He pardoned them. So look at the list of things that he says he obviously won't do. Once inside the city, he's got to show them who's boss. He builds a castle. Remember, more on that in chapter 4. Castle building is certainly one of his common responses. We'll see that in the next example of the next rebellion. He now thinks that everything's pretty much shore up. You know, everything's now sorted in Exeter. So he will leave Exeter behind and hope that his country now is at peace.